Hello friends, welcome to Devapriya Samanvay's YouTube channel, and this is a channel mostly for music and performing arts. And today I would like to talk on learning sitar, the technique, basic techniques, and mostly the mistakes most of the people do when they learn sitar. So that's why in future, after learning some time, they don't get much interest in it because they can't play enough. The impact is not enough. So let's talk about what stops you. Few things you should never do these mistakes. The fundamental thing is when you hold a sitar, then the balance should be very good. See, the sitar stays mostly on the toe, curve of the toe, and elbow, right? The arm. So these two are the supports, and you should. This is the most and basic thing, but most important thing, that your balance is very right when you're holding the instrument, so it does not move, it does not, you should not be disbalanced when you're holding the sitar with these 2 points, one the arm and one the toe arm. So the sitar, the instrument must be held between these 2 points, and if you release all supports, then it should stay very comfortably. This is the first practice you should do, how to sit. So many people and many styles, also in Imdad Khani style, Mewati Gharana style, they take the support of the leg, right? Mostly the right leg, the knee support. But that comes later. First you do this balance right, then you can take support or you can do whatever, right? So the next thing is positioning of the hand and the fingers, right? One thing you must know that while you are playing this instrument sitar, the power in the hands, in your fingers, doesn't come from the fingers itself, right? So the power comes basically from the wrist. So you need to know how to use your wrist more than your fingers. And how you can do it? If you get these fingers closer, don't scatter the fingers when you're playing. Like there's two strokes, most of you know, the da and ra. So inward is da and outward is ra. So together it becomes. So more you keep your fingers closer together, more you get the power, you know, the strength from your wrist rather than your fingers, and it will help you a lot. Even in left hand also, if you can keep your fingers together, then you'll get more strength, and strength will come from your wrist, not the fingers only. The fingers are only the support, but actually the strength provider is the wrist. So you can play this da. So next, the stroking. In between these two hands, right hand is more important because this is the basic hand, how you stroke, which with which you stroke the instruments, right? You strike the instrument. So when you're stroking, that da and ra, these two strokes, right? Inward is da, which comes in, and outward is ra, which goes out. In that, you have to take care so that your tip of your mizrab, this is called mizrab, yeah, with which you strike the instrument, so you strike the strings. So this mizrab, the tip of this mizrab should touch the base of your thumb when you are playing da, like this, right? And when you're throwing it out, throwing the hands outward, throwing the fingers out, then it should stretch the full fingers, full should be stretched fully outward. So this da Da, you can see da. Every time my tip of my mizrab is touching my base of the thumb. And ra, my fingers, you see my fingers are getting stretched in full, and this thumb should be fixed on the last fret on the upper octave, the last fret on the upper octave, mind it. And you must strike the first two strings, not the single string. Like, you must stroke, you must strike the two couple of first strings. So if you do this, then you'll get more strength in your strokes. It will be more, the impact will be more. And if you can take care of these little tips, and then you'd be in more control of yourself while playing. So this is how it should be played. See, both, all my fingers of the both hands, how it's coming together while I'm playing. I call it like it should be like eagle's claw. It's like a claw which gets together, and that give you the strength, right? So now there is variations on the right hand. If you want those variations, you just comment below that I want variations. Then I'll put another video on the variations of the right hand. And so this is all for this video. For the balance is most important while you sit. Balance is very important. It should not like that. It shouldn't be moving the sitar, or if you leave your hands also like this, it should be there between these 2 points, right? And you sit quite straight, upright, all your spine in one line, a line, and then the fingers together, all together fingers. Stroke da is inward. I say the tip should touch the base of your thumb, and when you are stroking ra, your fingers must be stretched in full. So this is the basic idea. This basic mistake most of the people do. They either they get their fingers scattered, or they don't get this balance right. So that's why after a certain time they just don't find, they find things are not working from them. This instrument is quite quite hard to handle, quite difficult to learn. But if you get your basics done properly, then I don't think it's that hard, it's that difficult. Of course everything is difficult in the world, and you need to learn. You need to learn. Until you learn, things are difficult, of course. But if you learn and learn it properly and practice it properly, keeping all the things properly in your mind, applying those things, it's pretty applied. So this much for this video. And if you have liked my video, then please like the video and click the subscribe button, so that in future I add any more videos, you get the notification.